everybody. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for joining me always. We're going to be looking at the collective energy for Monday, January 22nd. It is today. I hope you're doing well. Of course, maybe I already said that probably like 3 times. I was trying to think if I wanted to take a sip of coffee or not, but you know, all the things going on up in this mind. Welcome, welcome. Grab a coffee, tea, beverage of your choice. Sit back, relax for the next 25-30 minutes. I like to start my readings out with just a quick energy clearing, energy cleanse, removing any blocks, obstacles that might be coming up for us right now. You can totally participate. If you have a smudge bundle on hand, grab it. You can receive what I'm doing on my end. Everything is fluid and non-constrained, or you can skip ahead, whatever your vibe is. That's why I put in the chapters. I love that feature. Yay, YouTube. I think it's fun and it's great, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. All right, so Monday is the day of the moon. The energy has been heavy today. It's our feelings and our emotions. It's the feminine principle of rest, relaxation, nurture. The moon governs our home, our family life, etc. And so we might be feeling a lot of the feels, especially as it comes to our close relationships. Just keep that in mind. We're going to ask Spirit just to release, remove anything that does not serve us, that is not for our highest and best, so we can have that clear direction, right, of how to best navigate and what steps to make moving forward. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure love and grace. I release anything that is blocking the highest and best messages. Help me to be a clear, open channel. Remove any fear, anxiety, doubt, anger, control. Help us to be open to the flow today. The moon is so connected, or I should say our feelings, our emotions is so connected with the flow, you know? It's such a good habit, practice to allow those feelings to come up, to acknowledge them, validate them, and then release them, right? Not everything we think and feel is intrinsically us. And it's very interesting how the astrology plays out today. So, you know, the feels, right? This has kind of been a congruent theme over the past little bit. We are in a huge shift, and we're grounding into a new cycle, whether we have all this change happening in our life or not. And anytime that happens, we're leaving some sort of familiarity, some sort of comfortability that we get used to. And it can make us feel a lot of different things. Both the moon and Venus are square to Neptune today, so heightening the way we feel about leaving our comforts behind. Also, it's way easier to buy into illusion. It's way easier to kind of validate, you know, look over, pretend that things aren't really as they are. You know, giving people too much of the benefit of the doubt is what I'm hearing. And the moon is also square to Black Moon Lilith. So it's a really easy time right now for our emotions to be manipulated, whether that's coming from our own self, our own thoughts, fears, or that's coming from people or situations in our environment that are trying to manipulate. We've seen both sides of the coin pop up in our readings. It's really cool because the more we dive into paying attention, being aware, doing the work that we need to do in our own life, the more it helps us towards what we're trying to manifest. I think we're not convinced. I think it's been a really daunting Capricorn energy. Sorry, not only the season of Capricorn, but just all the planetary placements. We were finishing up Pluto in Capricorn. I still owe you guys a video. It's in my mind. Give me a little space. It's been more chaotic than what I anticipated. Mars, Mercury is still in Capricorn. The Sun just left Capricorn, etc. And that is about doing the hard work, right? That is about putting in the work for the sake of the work. The Spy Master, knowledge, distrust. So we are feeling this energy of either being spied on. People are heavily looking at us lately. Ooh, the path. The bottom of the deck is the pathless. So to me, it's like two people who have too much time on their hands, who don't have enough going on in their own life, right? They need to find a hobby, is what I'm hearing. No, but I feel, here's the thing, it's twofold. You know, for those, you know, people who are spying on us, who can't have a direct conversation for whatever reason, I think it's for your own sanity, being aware of what you sense and what you feel about those people. The miser comes up, right? This is people, places, and things that limit us, right? That want to make us feel small, that want to make us believe we can't do it, etc. The miser is stubbornness and inflexibility in this deck. So it's someone who's so rigid, or something that's so inflexible in their opinions and their perspective and how they approach things. There's this phrase I love called paradigm blindness. It is when we're so entrapped in what we think, what we believe, what we feel, that we can't see outside of ourselves. We can't see other perspectives. And this is someone who I feel like wants a lot of the control. They want to be able to have you in their grasp. And, you know, to me, and this makes a lot of sense, especially as it has been coming up in the readings, it is fate, right? Like, I think sometimes certain things just happen. They unfold as they ought to. That this fate is actually the confirmation of that vertex point. All situations, all things come to head. Today, Venus is square to that vertex point. So she wants it to be like nice and friendly and soft and, you know, but it's not. There's still some really heavy, icky emotions that go with this. The way people, places, and things have treated us, the value we feel from it, feeling people's desire to manipulate and control our lives by lying in our face, trying to get us to believe one thing when it really is the other. There's so much of that going on right now, and I get it, right? Like, I mean, I think it's human nature to some capacity. I think we all want to look good. I think we all want to, we have certain reasons we're doing this, that, and the other. But I'm talking about people that are more, it's just like low vibe, right? When it is blatant lies, when it is blatant manipulation, trying to get you to think or feel one way. Exactly, the puppeteer. Thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. They're trying to control every aspect of this thing, and here, or the situation, how you see things, how you see them, etc., and how they want you to respond, right? So I feel like, you know, here's the thing, we're in the final-ish week of January, right? It's the 22nd. These cards are so bendy. Well, they're like, whatever, Deborah. They're nice and flexible, but they get stuck, if that makes sense, like in one position. Anyway, enough about the cards. So, at the end of this week, the 27th, Uranus goes direct. And then we don't have any more retrogrades. Sorry, guys. We don't have any more retrogrades until April. So we get a little bit of reprieve. Right now, Uranus is only positively aspected to Mars, which I love. And Mars, the underlying theme with Mars, it's right smack dab in the middle of Capricorn right now, meaning it's still doing the work, it's still pushing through, you know, in a direction that makes you feel strong, that makes you feel empowered. And if we continue to buy into our dream, what we want, what we're going after, etc., it's going to be super favorable. Like we're going to be supported. So even when the black moon Lilith, the trickery pops up, people are being pieces of shit, you know, whatever, we can get over it, right? We don't have to get so attached to, well, this person did this, that, and the other. Yeah, more than likely, we know that about them already. So I think a lot of times it goes back to what our expectation is. The moon is in Gemini today, so remembering there's duality in all things, right? Masculine, feminine, silence, dynamism, light, shadow. We have, you know, just think of the yin-yang symbol. I think it's such a beautiful embodiment. There's always two aspects, right? It depends. Sometimes one's heavier than the other, you know, but at the same time, like, we have to be able to see all perspectives, or else we do keep ourselves very limited, right? We end up becoming this miser energy and stubborn and inflexible. And then really, unfortunately, we push all of our relationships away out of that space, right? The moon's also attached to our subconscious. I'm hearing this message that we have to be willing and open to see places that we might not expect, that might be deeply rooted in our subconscious, that spirit is asking us to look at, even if it does feel a little bit more uncomfortable or difficult, challenging. Sorry, not to be overly redundant. We have the Chariot. This is Cancer energy, and this is about tapping in, tuning into that feminine principle in order to have the most empowered way forward. I'm in this really cool course right now, and you know, it's all about the divine feminine, the female goddess, how it has transcended through time. And it talks about how the feminine principle is the original principle, because it is about it's what gives birth, right? It is the great mother, so to speak. And we have to be able to tune in to what we sense and feel, you know? It's like your mother knows, right? She always has either those dreams or premonitions or, you know, whatever, calling you, are you okay? You know, on the phone the next day or whatever. It's tapping into that for yourself, because you know you better than anyone else, right? You're the one living your life. And this is a really empowered energy moving forward. I love the King of Wands. It is a creator. It is a conqueror. It is someone who is in their masculine or Mars energy, right? Pushing forward, not letting anything detour you. Yeah, it takes a lot of strength and tenacity, but Spirit's also saying that we have that. It's a huge wake-up call. I think it's a huge wake-up call for people, places, and things that have not gotten on board, that actually moved against you, right? Whoever this miser represents in your life, whether this is a person or a group of people for you, etc. This is someone, something, a situation, people that have been spying on you, that want to know what's up. And here's the thing, it was meant to work out that way, right? It was meant to, everyone is learning something out of this, whether people want to understand, be aware of their lessons or not. That's up to them, right? But everyone is learning. And I think that's the thing we forget about fate. It is interwoven. There are so many people, their karma, their dynamics that are playing out in situations, especially when they involve multiple people. But you're not, I don't know, I feel like you've really moved on from it. 444 is on the clock. It's talking about how Spirit is protecting you. Actually, today, January 22nd, in numerology, it is a number 4 day. So it is such a great day to feel strong, to feel stable in who you are. The change is happening, and unfortunately the moon, water energy, the death is Scorpio. It's the 8th house, it's death and rebirth. Scorpio energy is ruled by Pluto, Lord of the underworld, right? So it's that ability to go into those deeper, darker places of ourselves, the shadow energy, and rise again, you know, learn from our shadow, learn from our experiences, learn from the shitty people that we allow into our life, right? And choose to not repeat that mistake. And it doesn't look like you are. I feel this sense of reprieve. I feel like you're pretty much done and over it, and it feels good. And I think right now what I'm hearing for you is you're just moving through the process. I think that there is a lot going on in your community, in your environment. This 3 of Cups has been popping up a lot for us. You have a lot of you have all water energy in your energy today. Sorry not to be redundant, but 8 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and Scorpio with a death card. So again, just be really gentle with yourself. Venus is going to want to overcompensate, justify bad behavior, give people the benefit of the doubt when maybe they just don't deserve it, you know. Not to hate on anybody, but we really have to know how to support ourselves. And unfortunately, with Saturn in Pisces right now, it's asking us to do the work. It's asking us to honor our heart, our mind, our soul, what we deserve. You know, it's too bad. Life is messy. There's so many different layers. People hurt us. It's too bad, so sad, right? But we move through, we rise above, and we move forward. And here's the thing, I think there is still a little bit of attachment to the past, especially with that moon in Gemini, right? Gemini is representative of the lovers, 2 of Cups, where we have affection or soft spots for certain people, etc. But we can't let that love cloud our judgment, right? It's the concept of the rose-colored glasses. And believe you me, I love rose-colored glasses. It's a great little utopia, you know. But when people end up screwing us over, or we get ourselves in situations that don't really vibe with what we want, it can be a bitter pill to swallow. So we need to take rest. We need to have reprieve. I think there is some healing that still needs to be done with this 4 of Swords. I love the way it's depicted in this card with the fire in the middle. It's burning bright. It is not the brightest flame, right? The swords around it still overpower, but it's kindling, right? You know, and the more that you honor your heart, your emotions, the way you feel, what you're walking away from, what people have done to you, how they've treated you, giving yourself the space to feel and acknowledge and look at those things, the more that flame is going to start to burn bright. Spirit doesn't want to see you burn yourself out or get back into something that you really don't want to be a part of, you know? And hear you me. I don't know where that came from. Knight of Swords energy. You know, you really have to be careful not to let that Venus energy take it for granted. You know, don't give it too much credit is what I'm trying to say. Like, don't let it make you too soft. Don't make it forget, right? Sometimes if time passed or we haven't talked to someone in a while or whatever, you know, it can be easy to forget what happened. It's like getting back with in a relationship, right? That didn't work out the first time or the first 10 times. It's the same energy over and over and over, more often than not, right? It might have evolved a little bit, but it's when we meet people, when we form relationships, we set up certain dynamics. We teach people how to treat us and vice versa. And so what we are willing to put up with in the beginning, unfortunately, sets the tone. And when people get used to those dynamics, it can be very challenging to change, especially when people are not willing, right? They just want the cake. They want their cake and to eat it too. Shame. Here's the thing, make some more plans for yourself. Keep pushing forward. You're blocking this Knight of Swords energy. It's that rationale, remember, that we've been talking about a lot. Stay grounded, stay balanced. There is a lot of heartbreak. There is a lot of reshuffling going on in the collective as a whole, depending on who, what, and what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with people that have to spy on you and can't like be an adult and have a conversation, more than likely you're going to be feeling those reverberations, right? You're going to be feeling the pain, the disconnect, the sadness that Three of Swords energy brings. But I don't feel like it's your responsibility. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Someone who can't like, you know, well, here's the thing. This message is twofold. 2101 on the clock. So it is about someone who, you know, moves too slowly, isn't able to acknowledge, isn't able to kind of do what they need to do in order to make things happen, right? The Knight of Pentacles is a very stubborn energy and takes a long effing time to get to his destination. On the flip side, I feel like for you specifically, this is about recognizing that it does take time to heal. And it is going to take this element of strength. I'm hearing it as the ebb and flow of life, right? Recognizing and being willing to understand that there are times where that Mars energy pushing forward, making things happen, new people, new places, new things, it's exciting and it makes sense, right? But there's also a lot of grief in this environment or in this situation, in this dynamic, depending on how controlling, how manipulative of a person you've been dealing with, whether it's gaslighting, narcissism, twisting, manipulating, lying, your words, whatever it is going to really dictate how long you need to kind of give yourself rest and reprieve. Be gentle, be heart-honoring, nurturing, supportive in as many ways as you can, right? Like, join a support group. There's so many things available to us nowadays that it's not like you have to go to a physical group, you know, in a building anymore. Like, tons of things online, tons of opportunities to give yourself a little bit more of that helping hand as you, reciprocity, as you navigate this. You need people that are willing to give a little bit more. I feel like you give a lot of yourself. I feel like, you know, and I think sometimes it's like you get distracted with giving to people because a lot of your energy goes to that space. Now it is time for you to receive, right? And that makes a lot of sense with these types of individuals. Generally speaking, we have a tendency to overgive to them. But right now, Spirit's saying that you do have people and, you know, situations, new opportunities that are surrounding you that do want to give back to you, and in a way that you deserve, that they see your power, your worth, your value, what you bring to the table. I feel like whomever this miser, puppeteer vibe person is, they have you kind of, you know, okay, hypnotized. It's like in a trance, right, is what I'm hearing. They have you believing something that's so untrue about yourself. It's these false beliefs. Something or someone will captivate and absorb all of your attention. Careful not to lose yourself. So this is twofold, right? This is believing too much of what this past energy has said, thought, communicated about you, how they make you look in front of other people, etc. This is also new opportunity coming in, and it's which we've seen popping up all across the board. And this is basically saying, don't give yourself away. Don't be so desperate, right? Like, kind of have some boundaries, because I feel like that's what's gotten you into this mess in the first place. This is coming through messages. I love this. This is double confirmation. We were seeing this yesterday as well. I feel like this opportunity is going to come in really quickly. I don't feel like you are expecting it, but it's also Spirit's little gift for the work that you've been doing. Anytime we get some, well, you know, we're always mirroring back to ourselves, right? We're always bringing in, calling in what we think, what we feel about ourselves. And this is basically saying that, you know, you're getting this new opportunity, you're getting this gift because you have been doing the work, because you have been working hard, because you have been walking away from this thing that probably has karmic attachment, but was meant to go in this way. You were meant to learn from this situation. It's not about shaming yourself for getting involved in it or pointing the finger, blaming the other person. It's not about that at all. It's about just recognizing that sometimes we do have these karmic connections that we, you know, we get so entranced with, we have no idea why. And really, it's about our soul needing to learn how to grow and how to evolve. Take some time to be gentle with yourself today. Feel those feelings, right? Journal, meditate, do a bath, you water, anything you do with water energy, even if it is taking a shower, doing a steam, a sauna, whatever, a hot tub, whatever is your vibe. That really helps connect and also purify our energy, cleansing our emotions, our intuition, so we can see, sense, and feel a little bit more clearly, especially on those subconscious layers, right? You can also get that value from journaling, saying a prayer, doing something inspirational, anything that can kind of provoke, unearth those feelings that you're kind of keeping a little bit repressed. It's going to be a little bit more of a tense day. So just brace yourself, give yourself extra time, love, space. I hope this video helped. This, yeah, this reading. It is a video, I suppose. Thank you so much always for tuning in. Know it blesses my heart. Please leave comments below. I love hearing what's going on in your world, how these resonate. Yeah, thank you for your time and energy always. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a fabulous day, considering I'm sending you love. Thank you.